Well, I recently put up on here the War of the Worlds record, the adaptation on audio of H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds. And I said on that about how that was a massive influence on me when I was about 6 or 7 years old, hearing that for the first time. I'm pretty darn sure, yeah, it kick-started my love for everything science fiction and fantasy. And as I say, that's when I was about 6 or 7 years old. This book here, this very book, is from a few years later. I don't know when I first became aware of it. I must have been about 10, something like that. And it was in my local library. And I have very fond memories of this book. As I say, I was about 10, and I would, take it out, take it home, read it, pour over the photos, especially because at that time, when I was about 10, this is the first actual book that I could actually see, photos from all these wonderful films. And, I was entranced by them, the photos in this book and this book itself. And when the week or 2 weeks was up, I took it back and then I'll take it back out again. And that's how it was. Right up until my teen years, I can remember getting this book out. This is obviously by Dennis Gifford. And later on, Dennis Gifford is famous for coming out with, hang on a second, across the room. Yeah, I've got one just here. Later on, he went on to the bigger books. There he is, Dennis Gifford, Pictorial History of Horror Movies. These hardback books that came out, at least here in the UK, I don't know about elsewhere. But for some reason in the mid-70s, there was this massive interest in horror films. You had Deskin coming out with his Halls of Hammer magazine and his Monster Mag poster magazines. And in amongst there, you had Dennis Gifford and others, Alan Frank being one of them, coming out with these fabulous pictorial reference books to horror films, mainly horror films. You didn't get much in the way of science fiction. And that's where this one I really latched onto. And as I say, I think I kept taking it out of the library all the while I was living there. But then, I moved out and went on my way, and other books had come along, other interests had come along. Excuse me. But I always remembered being very fond of this book, and I can remember going back to the library when I went to see my mum once, and it was still there. And I said to the lady in the library, "Oh, can you actually buy books? Can I buy this?" And she's like, "No." And then I went back a few years after that. Again, still fond memories, and it had gone, and that was that. And this is all pre-internet age. And then after the internet, I don't know why, but I started thinking about this book again. And of course, now you've got the internet, and now you've got a way of researching. And I don't know what I typed into it. I've got a vague memory. I typed it into Amazon rather than a Google. I think this is before Google. It was like an Amazon book search, and I typed in science fiction reference books, and eventually up it popped. And as soon as I saw that cover, it's like, yep, that's it. And I bought it off of eBay, and I bought this quite a long time ago, 10 years or more ago, and it was really great to have it back and read it again. And the last time I read this was about 10 years ago. So I thought I would take it off the shelf and go through it with you. I know there are particular images in this book, but I'm going to go through it on video so you can share with me what this was like. Imagine you were 10 years old and you had never read a book about science fiction before. So here we go. This is it. So let's open it up. I'm interested in actually to see what year. Oh, sorry, nudge the camera. I'm interested to see what year this book is, because that will then date when I was. There we go. Dennis Gifford, 1971, made and printed in Great Britain. So this looks like it's a first edition. All right. So it's quite fragile. I've got to be careful turning the pages. Yep. I remember that, the Georges Méliès first trip to the moon thing. So let's go through Charlie Chaplin. Let's go through. None of them, apart from that moon. Yeah, I remember these. I remember studying these. Conquest of the Air, 1936, and the Sky Bike. Never heard of that. The Sky Bike, 1968. Wonderful stuff. But I want to move on to the more... Oh, look at those flying wings. I had a flying wing in Dick Tracy. I wasn't aware of that. So, oh, King of the Rocket Men. I'm waiting for one of the images. For some reason, I remember the marooned image. I remember looking at that a lot. I'm waiting. Yep, that one. The Motorist, 1906. I want to find an image that will pop out of me. Yep, the Mysterious Island. Those strange creatures in the mist. Why are you not focusing? Come on. Yeah, that will do. Oh, sorry again. Sorry again. Not used to using this. Let's go through. This might the tunnel, 1935. I'll tell you what, we've got a Eurotunnel and the trains don't look nothing like that. Yeah, I'm sorry this is taking a while because, as I say, I haven't looked at this for like 10 years. So I'm not sure whether the really evocative... Oh, yeah, here we go. These are the evocative photos. There are some in particular. Where are they? Come on. Oh, there we go. There's one. The Colossus of New York. Fabulous film that scared the crap out of me first time I saw it. Fantastic film. Have I done that on Effectively Speaking? I don't think I have. Yep. Robot Kong. I remember that photo. I think it helps a lot. Oh, that one definitely. Ray Milland, the man with the X-ray eyes. I was about to say, I think what helps with the almost creepiness of a lot of these photos and the strangeness of these photos is every photo in this is in black and white, even though a lot of them are, you know, colour films. The Purple Monster Strikes. That's disarming, but for a different reason. Yep, that shot, that classic shot from First Men in the Moon. I don't think at that point I'd seen First Men in the Moon. Yep, that one from Howard Hawks' The Thing and The Day the Earth Stood Still. Hadn't seen any of these films, so this is really my first exposure to these films. Oh, and here we go. There we go. There we go. Could that be? I think this might be the image. Oh man, I used to study this. I mean, it's fabulous in colour when you see the, you know, the three-coloured eye, but yeah, there's just something about black and white, isn't there? Yeah, it conquered the world. It disturbed me. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Let's see what else we... Oh, yeah, now. The First Man into Space, 1959. When you're 10... And, yeah. Look at that, John Carradine. And look, the Trollenborg Terror. Blimey, this, even that Triffid, as ropey as it is in the film, in a still, looks great. Ah, there we go. There we go. Again, you're watching the film, it's a bit ropey, it's a man in a rubber suit, but you look at a black and white still, even that fella, Danny the Dragon. That's interesting, Danny the Dragon. Over here in the UK, we've got a Freeview channel called Talking Pictures, and I think Saturday or Sunday morning, they're actually showing this. This is the Children's Film Foundation, which was a group over here that made shorts to be shown in cinemas on Saturday mornings, you know, the cast being mainly all children. And yeah, this is the one where they find a crashed spaceship. And it's got old Jack Wilde from HR Puff and Stuff and Oliver in it. And yeah, that's Danny the Dragon. And I did, when that's first started up, I thought, oh, maybe I can do an Effectively Speaking on this. But yeah, it's a man in a dragon suit and not much more. Another evocative shot. I don't know I don't know if I'm past all the big impactful ones. I'm going to go to the end. I mean, these are all fabulous, of course. Oh dear. Yeah, there's another one. There's another one. It, the Terror from Beyond Space. Or Crash Corrigan there. Had no way of seeing these films. Robinson Crusoe on Mars. That would come a few years later. That I was old enough to be allowed to stay up later to see films. I don't remember that photo at all. Rod Steiger. Don't remember that at all. Green slime again. Oh, there you go. There you go. Wallop. That image. And then when the film came out, man, oh man, oh man, they were even creepier. Look at those Morlocks. Wow. Right. We might be approaching the end now. Oh, remember that image. This is a lovely book, you know. It's lovely. I've got to go and reread it and just find how, you know, things might have dated when they say that this film is the best ever or whatever, you know. Yeah, that's the end. That's the end. Ends with the end. Look. So there we go. That is it. Lovely book. Lovely book. Back then, it would have cost you 16 shillings or 80p or $2.25. And it's a lovely little snapshot of my youth, this, and I'm so glad I've got it again. I mean, it came out in 71, so maybe I would have been about 10 by the time it got to our library. So yeah, I just thought I'd show this off, and yeah, thanks for watching.